Hey gang, welcome. It's Friday on Going Optimal, and that means it's Gauntlet time. I'm going to battle viewers in a draft on MTGAdraft.tk, third-party website by Senryoku. Then we're going to export those decks over to Arena and use the friend challenge system to battle it out on Arena. I'm actually going to our format for the Gauntlet is 7 best-of-1 matches. That allows me to battle every single person who took the time to draft with me today. I'm very appreciative of my chat for helping me out with this content and joining in the fun. And I want to give everybody a chance to take me on today who took the time to draft. And then it does create a nice little 7-game set where we get to see who wins the week, who gets to 4 wins first, me or chat. If chat can get to 5 or 6 wins, we go to the Bling store on Magic the Gathering Arena and buy some stupid sleeves or pets or a little garbage heap that you put next to your avatar because it's fun or something. I don't know. They like it. And then, of course, if they 7-0 me, we get to talk haircuts. And I've maintained this ponytail for a while now, and I haven't had a haircut in well over a year since pre-pandemic. And starting to get desperate. When is chat going to 7-0 me so that we can figure out what happens to this hair? Mama loves the bling, though. I love this event. I'm really happy to get to play Magic against friends around here, and it's a really interesting and great way to show people how to use this third-party website to get in some not only free drafting, but in-pod drafting. We get to draft and play in pod, which is not something that Arena offers natively. So this is the way to take care of that. If you want some offers for cardboard rectangles of different varieties and age and words and art, cardkingdom.com is my sponsor. They are excellent at providing that stuff. Check them out via my affiliate links in the panels, in the chat, in the YouTube notes. Helps him know you got there from here. And you know what that does, right? Helps keep me on the air. Thank you so much to everybody who does that, and thanks to Card Kingdom for all your support over the years. Check them out. If you're in the market for Magic stuff, you gotta at least have them on your radar and give them a chance at your business. They will earn it. Thank you so much for that. Here we are over at MTGA Draft in my left monitor window, and we got the whole crew at the ready. Sure Hat, who is in charge of this thing, does the ready check, and here we go. Where am I at? I'm at being ready to play anything. I'll play red, I'll play green, I'll play Esper. I'm really just going to be looking for quality cards and trying to listen to my neighbors. Who's passing to me? We got, looks like Tron. I got to see the arrows. No, yeah, I'm passing to Tron and we're getting passed from Timber. No. All right, Tron is passing to us. Well, I said I'd be willing to play green. The kind of consensus worst color now, it may have passed red, given that red has a nice spells deck. We could even take the Cathartic Pyre on that front. Blue and black still, I think, are kind of the best cards, but there's nothing for them here that is worth taking over this sweet beastie. So we're going to take the green card and try to get citizenship, I guess. Yeah, it's also worth noting it's the only relevant green. There's Return to Nature, but we're best of 1. People aren't going to be too interested in that. So cutting the green lane, also not bad. If this were chock full of green, that would be of hot green. It would be a tough sign, but this is a great place to start. I'll even play green-white if the go wide is there. I've had a couple of successful runs with green-white. I trophied and got a 6 win. Tron in agony over pick 1, it seems. Or Tron is explaining carefully to his chat what his thought process is. Another green rare, but I'm not taking this one, even though we've talked about how, look, When you cast a spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards this revealed this way into binary, you know. So really, even if you don't exit, if you just pay 2 mana in the mid game, you probably get a 2/2 or better. But it's still not a priority pick here. Let's see what else. Let's see what the real. I mean, what do we want to play with green? Green blue is pretty good. Again, I could take the veteran and potentially be in that green white lane. Yeah, I think blue and white are the best pairs. So I'm on veteran or even the beggar, although beggar not great in green because there's not really great ways to get this into the yard. I mean, stick fingers is probably the pick after the veteran. I like or interloper maybe if you think you're green black. Yeah, the coven on the 0 is not bad, but I think veteran is fine. Just fine though. It's not amazing. Against some matchups, it doesn't do anything. Against other matchups, it gives you the time to get to your late game, which can be very important, of course. Moonrager's Slash is powerful. Duel for Dominance is okay, but I'd rather just take like an Eaten Alive. Yeah, we could take a duel and continue cutting the green lane, but I don't know if it's that important. I'm pretty good up on cutting colors too, but cutting colors for, like, if this were a punch spell, yeah. If this were a punch spell, I'd be in, but this is very medium in the end. It can be hard to use. We do need a second color. Not guaranteed that it's veteran. I really don't want to end up in the green-red lane, even though I'm fine with a slash, obviously. I think I'm going to take Eaten Alive here. Yeah, I'm highly motivated to play my bomb, but not to take a duel over a much better card. I'm going to take Eaten. And maybe we don't play the Huntmaster. I haven't gotten on my bended knee with this card yet. Eaten Alive Lunarch Veteran is an excellent start in the black-white sack direction as well. Let's continue to see. Now I kind of want to take a blue card. Best card here is the Abomination. There's also Might of the Old Ways, which doesn't suck. But again, I just can't see taking it, even though I want to play my Huntmaster. Combat Trick over really an excellent 3. And over not much, like there's a Crawl, there's a Cathars and a Flare that would play in Go Wide white-green. But I'm going to stay wide open here, see what the table's telling me. Tavern Ruffian, no sir. Like any good werewolf, my hair is important to me. His hair was perfect. Yep. Well, now where? Captain, Startle, Scob. Take the Scob if nobody wants to be the Scob. I mean, you can take Abomination, Eaten Alive. This is a fine start. I'm going to take the Scob. This is signally enough. We still might not be blue-black, but with an Eaten Alive, an Abomination, and a Scob pick 5, I think we take that. Great pack, though. Occultist, Startle, Captain, Wilds, and Bolt are all appealing. But I'm going to go with the signaliest card here. And see what happens. Another Eaten Alive continues to suggest blue-black could be our plan. We could take an Occultist, but it's just not as important as the second Eaten Alive. I don't mind the Harvest Sentry either. Note the Gavany Silversmith here as well. That's really appealing to me. But we're really finding the black lane, and the question is, what else? Happy Friday, Tuesday. Yeah, green has not been particularly open, although Sentry is interesting to see just because it is such a strong green 2-drop. Everybody needs 2s. What do we got here? Nothing much for anything. Take a Bird Admirer. We could take a Sanctifier in case we end up black-white. Cathar's Call, a little high risk, high gain for me. I want to support the Huntmaster, but the green keeps being just not good enough to justify. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm taking a 3-drop, we're talking about a Veteran versus a Huntmaster, and I should just take the Admirer. We could still end up green-black even from here. Yeah, white seems like it could be open, which is maybe one reason I was leaning Sanctifier, but these aren't huge signals, and this does match our best card, so I'll take it. This is a weird draft, though. I don't know what's going on. No big surprise with the Naturalist still being around. But we don't have any other red cards even, so even if I was like, fine, I'll be that, I don't think we are that here. Too late for this. The all caps coming in. All caps take the Naturalist. That'd be fun to 7-0 chat with a werewolf deck. But what are we taking if not? Flare of Faith? Cover Up? Ugh. Yeah, this is gross. Locked? Gems. Yeah, I might have to take the Locked over the Cover Up here, even though I don't like any of this. Flare is maybe the sign, but I'm kind of clinging to the black-blue signal-y stuff we saw. I'm taking No Way Out here. Red is still pretty open. Kind of ending up in blue-black here, but not loving it. I don't think anybody should have ever been green-red werewolves. I just don't know. There's a reason none of us want it. Locked number 2. No Way Out number 2, I guess. Don't love this card, but in multiples, it gets more reliable to at least get a 2-for-1. Tough draft so far. Tough draft, but kind of cobbling together a blue-black deck. No pun intended. There's that cobbled card. All this is garbage. Candle Guide could be a desperation playable. Saw so many pros play the Candle Guide in the draft portion of the World Champs. It's so not great, but, you know, you don't always go to battle with the deck that you want. We'll take a Flare of Faith here, for sure. Even though I don't think we're white. Feels like we're kind of forcing, we're not forcing, feels like we're landing in blue-black, but a real bomb in pack 2, pick 1 could change my outlook. Desperation, Otherworldly. Could be. I never want to play this in blue-black, but, you know, same with Secrets, but I guess I'd rather play Secrets in blue-black than Otherworldly, but they're technically playable. Shut up. Root Coil Creeper is an interesting open, but there's a Diregraph Horde we probably are contractually obligated to take here. What does the Creeper do for us? Could we be blue-green? Well, Gaze and Key get better in that deck. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards towards green-blue, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 cards towards green, black-blue. I'm just trying to see if there's a reason to take the Creeper, but probably not. It's just the best card, right? So, and as much as our black isn't that deep, but we do have 2 Eaten Alives. It's where our interaction is, and Horde works with the Eaten Alives, giving us some fodder. Strangler's okay, but it's no Horde. So we're going to see if the blue-black lane can do the thing where it's so deep in playables that we just end up with a playable deck despite the awkwardness of this first pack feeling around. What a garbage pack. These packs have been awful, so at least we're playing within in pod. You love a cut purse? I really don't like it. I almost want a third No Way Out, but it's probably coming around. So we'll take the cut purse out of a lack of anything else. It's a 2-for-1, but it often, boy, it can be tough to find the window to get that 2-for-1. It's not like you just draw this and get a 2-for-1. Yeah, Reunion is also a good one of, but I'm not going to prioritize it here. I would actually rather have the cut purse than take that Reunion now. That's fair. I mean, the Disturb makes it a 2-for-1, but you get what I'm saying, right? The Destroy thing, I just don't feel like it works all that often. Sometimes it's a 3-for-1, and the 2-for-1 that you're talking about then is 8 mana and requires a lot of stuff to happen, and then what do you get on the other side? Yeah, it's worth taking. I certainly like that it dies into a flyer. That's a great point. True. Let's start to make some assumptions about where this deck is landing. Siege Zombie, excellent pickup that we're going to take over like the Corpse Cobble and the Angler. If the Angler wants to wheel, I'd take that over the Cobble. I'd Cobble, though, if it comes around, but Siege Zombie is exactly what we're looking for to get somewhere with this deck. Yeah, Sage might be fine over Cobble, although I don't really like Sage unless I'm operating heavily at instant speed. If you're an instant speed deck, Firmament Sage, you can play like a fiddle and just flip day and night all the time. But instants are what allow you to really control that, and we're not there. It's possible, yeah, with Eccentric Farmer, we could consider green-black. We're only looking at, like, these aren't real cards. This is a nice synergy pick, but Locked isn't that great either. So, yeah, I'm actually on Farmer here. I mean, I'm keeping it in, but I'm with you, Pablo. That's why I'm going to take Farmer here. Yeah, I think Cobble is solid if you're making a ton of the decay zombies and turn them into a real boy at the end of an attack. Anyway, back to this choice. Yeah, could also just take Behemoth, but it's not good enough. and farmer. Like dual, we're also low on 2s no matter what we do here. It's a real card, it's just not a great one. It's not something that's really pulling us to the green deck or to that color. Another horde. These root coil creepers are painful, but no matter what we're doing, we're playing black, so we got to take another horde. Shady Traveler over Outlaw or Scoundrel over both? We don't really have anything going on at 4. Let's just take Scoundrel. It's fine. Not great, though. It's really just generic filler 4 as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes it flips to Knight and gets a bit scarier. Yeah, that's what makes cards like this so weak, is that you put 4 mana into it, and then it's either running into a Death Toucher that costs them less to cast, or eating removal that's less to cast, all that stuff. Shady, but I'm on Occultist here, just to fill out our 2s. And we do have double Eaten Alive that likes an Occultist. What is our second color? I really don't know, except where did our... Here, get back here, Huntmaster. We like you. Didn't mean to cut you as our... Here, we'll bring our green back in to consider it. I guess I cut all my green. Here's the green cards. Here's the blue cards. Yeah, right now green is in the lead, but let's see where things go. You take Stick Fingers. The mirror has been too bad. I had such hope for this card, and I've actually been beaten by it. An Inherited Fiend has flown over and beat the crap out of me. It's happened. But the bounce in this set is what makes this thing so rough. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like you go through all the work and then Geistwave says lol. So we're going to take Stick Fingers. Maybe we'll play it. Howl of the Hunt, also an option there, honestly. But I kind of feel like Stick Fingers deserves a shot. Hauler or Howler. Rock Fall could help us splash some red if we felt the need, but I don't think I want to get into that lane at all. I think the question is, do we want interaction or a beefy 5? We've got Diregraph Horde at 5, so I'm going to go for Howl as interaction. We don't have a ton besides our Eatons. And Bounding or Snarling? Do we want to Bound or Snarl? Bound is generally better, but Snarl is the mana slot we could use filled out more, although not like our 3s are heavy too. I'll take the Bounding Wolf, it's better. We got a pack to go. If our curve were a little more desperate, I would consider it. It is pretty desperate, honestly. Right now, our 2s, we only have 2 2s, and that's not great. Hey, Sentry! Probably means this is where we're at. What a weird draft. I think we did good though, gang. To stay disciplined, stay open, not marry anything, and finding a reasonable place to be. This deck still is not great, but this duel pick 12 says a lot about having found the right lane. Yeah, I'm hoping to cut this. I mean, we can cut this now and see if we need to bring it in. It's just, you know, if we had to play the deck now, this would make the cut. But we can assume we're going to do better than that. Same with this. I don't see Bramble Armor. I can't believe Bramble Armor doesn't give reach or something. Like, it just is such a bad card. It doesn't give reach, and it's like colored equipment. Like, it's green. You couldn't make it a little better? I mean, might have helped green be better in the format, but not every card can be great. Ambush, going to be just fine here. Occultist maybe on the wheel. Love the Occultist on the wheel if we can put in requests. Collector is fine, but we don't need it, and especially we don't need it over premium interaction. And I think Olivia's Midnight Ambush is pretty darn premium. Sometimes the day-night thing doesn't happen, and it's really just -2, -2. But if that's your floor, great. This is one of the first cards that really insulted me about werewolves and how bad they were. I played werewolves many times early because it's like, sure, this is a theme it's offering up. And just like seeing my fatty werewolves finally see midnight only to get ambushed was just like a slap in the face. Well, check this out. I was like, cool, we got an occultist. Hello, opportunity knocks. Awakener, I want badly. Horde, I would take a third. Occultist and Interloper both fit in at 3, in at 2, but the idea of us passing an opportunist in black is just silly. We're taking it. Yeah, if we can wheel anything playable, we'll be fine. I don't think this is a Geist deck, but I'd even take a Sentry. If the table just wants to give me the Sentry back, I would salute. And with the way green has been drafted, I bet we at least get the Sentry back. Awakener feels like a pipe dream to think to wheel it, but not a pipe dream to get it past right here and take it. The rare in that last pack, I don't even remember. But this is amazing. And yeah, now at 21 playables, this feels like a real deck. And our current creature count, 14, so we got a nice spread there as well. We can take anything we want, basically. Oh yeah, that sounds right. I think there was a white-blue rare. Green rare, I don't know. Oh yeah, that one. Yes, yes. I said that might wheel and we'll see. I've played it once in a deck that was really doing that thing and it was okay. But it was even then just okay. So I doubt we're gonna play it if it wheels, but see. Sentry here looks fine. No, after the stacked black we saw last pack, it's just like gone, but I'm so happy to get a Sentry here, no problem. Look at these 2s filling out. Oh, baby. Now, filling out with instants and removal. Yeah, sometimes you're going to use Midnight Ambush on 2, but really our, quote, 2s are these, you know, the stuff that we're happy to play before turn 3, if given the chance. Evolving Wilds would be a welcome pickup, yes, but not over filling out our 2s. Yeah, somebody in blue-white is just getting the massive hookup, right? Whenever we see a island and a plane show up today, we should get super nervous and count ourselves lucky if we can find a win there. I'm going to count myself lucky that there's another Awakener here. Now I really want another Occultist. There's a couple of Occultists that could wheel, and if they do, Double Awakener, double Occultist is a great place to be. Not really, Cheese. I don't. That's another card that felt like, okay, Signpost Werewolf uncommon. This Moonlight whatever is going to be great, and then it was like very medium. Oh, sorry. It was great having you, El. Sorry. Sometimes things end suddenly when we don't expect them to, and it can be really hard on you. Good luck finding a new hobby. I can recommend some other games to you, maybe. But chin up, chin up. Timberland Guide here over more generic expensive beef. We'll take the slot in at 2. We can even guide onto the Awakener. Like, turn 1 Awakener, turn 2 guide onto the Awakener, turn 3 sack guide to Awakener, attack with 5. Yeah, let's do that. Anybody up for that? I've never done that in the format before, but it sounds sweet. I've never had an Awakener, a green Awakener deck. Yeah, we've got 2 hordes and 2 no way outs to spit out some tokens. What else did we have? Anything? No, and I don't necessarily want to run 2 no way outs, but we would. Right now we would. Liberator, hello. Man, there's an Occultist here, which is kind of what I want to see, but Liberator too good at the 2 slot for this deck. But we saw this pair in like our first or second pack, so that's cool too. But not going to take an Occultist here. I'm going to take the Liberator and be happy that we're getting that card. Yeah, I think so too, Pablo. I don't think the table's super interested in Occultists, at least to the depth to take all of them from us. Well, I should probably take Defend and play it, since Garrett wrecked me with this card in back-to-back games in the Invitational last night in the sweatsuit. So let's take this, and yeah, I think we can run that over for the Howl, especially being low at 4. And here's that Occultist we wanted. Crawl is here as well. And I would like a Crawl, especially with Huntmaster. And we might wheel the other Occultist. We could just take the Crawl. Especially since we did pick up a Guide, which is another sacrifice for the Awakener. And I think there is another Occultist that could still make it to us. So let's take the Crawl. And there's... Wowie! All right, all right, all right. So I guess we got to go Awakener here. Third Awakener over second, or over third fodder target. Yeah, let's take the third Awakener. Blade Brand will be an option. Probably play that. And I'm going to cut Commando from somebody. We could take Tapping, I suppose. Are we ever running this? Like, Commando is a real card, and our deck is pretty full. I think I'm cutting the Commando. I don't think we're playing the Tapping. Third No Way Out. We could just... I think I'll take the third note. Like, I don't mind a Rotten Reunion. You want first Rotten? Yeah, let's take first Rotten because it can be another ecstatic plan. Now we're going to take Reunion for the main, because you can cast this on turn 2 with no targets to make fodder for an Awakener if you want to. We don't need Reunion with the Hordes in terms of doing the job of getting rid of powerful cards in the graveyard, but it is a consideration for the Awakener plan. That's true. It's kind of free cards off of, like, I think we can cut a No Way Out. Like, I'd rather play, like, the Reunion and the Blade Brands than even the No Way Outs. This can go here. Let's see now. 28. Stick Fingers is funky. Maybe we just cut it. It's a late game 2/2 or better. But we have a lot of creatures here. And our late game is pretty good. I kind of want to just try it, but I don't think we need it. It's just kind of cute and rare. And I think I do just cut the other No Way Out. I'm going to run the cut purse. I don't love it either, but this is where I think it was True who was making a case for the cut purse, and it was a fair case that its floor is 2 creatures in 1 card, and sometimes you can get a 3-for-1. And sure, it's clunky, but we are trying to get late. We're trying to get late game where this type of card matters. So let's see, things that are on the edge of playability here that we need to think about. I will put the cut purse on. I think I do want to play it, though. I would put, like, Bounding Wolf on the edge if we're going to cut a creature. Bird Admirer. Even the old Baneblade is, like, kind of whatever. But curve-wise, I think we just want to run the Baneblade. There's nothing much going on at 4. Yeah, that's where War Furnace is at. Yeah, I should at least put Defend in the cuttables for sure. You want to cut Blade Brand? Yeah, this isn't exactly a great Blade Brand deck, although it's pretty good with just attacking zombies that people might block. But I think cut Blade Brand. I want the Reunion, since I've cut the No Way Outs. I want the Reunion for this possible Awakener interaction, and then also the Morbid Opportunist interaction makes me want to makes me think we're going to largely get 1+ cards worth of value out of this when we run it. And then maybe I just cut a Bird Admirer. Like, if we're going to deal with flyers, well, one of these two. Which is the better flyer solution? Bounding Wolf or Bird Admirer? And let's cut one of these. I guess Bird Admirer can get bigger. Bounding Wolf is surprising. Yeah, over what, though? Yeah, that's true. Night and Day flip for Ambush is a real tiebreaker. Let's do that. And this is a 24. We could be greedy and run it, but we do have 2 great 5s and a great 6 that we don't want to be stuck on just because we got greedy. So I'm going to find one more cut here. Our numbers 17 creatures. Probably like to cut a creature, but I don't want to cut any of my 2s, not cutting my Awakeners. So then what does that leave? I guess I can cut the Scoundrel. You know, I cut the Defend. We could cut, how about we could go Defend. And I do like some interaction. It's like a pump spell isn't the worst, but it has been kind of largely underperformed in the format. Maybe this is fine. No Way Out has been called for, and I do like that too. Howl of the Hunt, still, you know, we cut a lot of our interaction here that concerns me. We cut Blade Brand, Howl, and Defend. So, like, our combat interaction is just gone. Not gone, but we gutted it. So, is the Scoundrel good enough at 4 to run? We can just run a No Way Out instead? Kind of like the No Way Out over it. Like, this Scoundrel has just been so whatever. At 4 mana, needs to be blocked to do anything. Besides be a 4/3, yeah, I've talked myself. Or it can flip into Night Day, and it does have the Night Day thing for the ambush as well. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to make my choices around one deck that we notice we passed. And I think even against that deck, No Way Out is still annoying. Stick Fingers was on the list. It's just a late game card, and we already have our late game job filled with 2 Diregraph Hordes and a Huntmaster, so I just didn't feel like it had a good job in our deck. I'm going to start here, and we'll see if we want to make any changes. It can't really be a 2-drop, right? I mean, it's a 0/0 on most turn 2s. No, I haven't checked my lands yet. We're going to do that now. Yeah, that's still pretty narrow, though, right? We play a removal. We play an Awakener on 1 on the draw. They play their 2nd mana. They happen to have a ambush that they use on our Awakener, and then we cast a 1/1 stick dude. It's like, whatever. It's just not... doesn't feel super important to me. Sure. Probably Stick Fingers we just copied. All right. Get these lands out of here. Let's see what bling people have asked for. ZNR Full Art, sure. Pumpkin Sleeves for Mama, sure. So many sleeves, there's all this scrolling to do now. Actually, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to try to use that one. $10-7 doesn't seem right. I think we're just 9-8, given 2 Sentries, Timberland, and Liberator. Like, we just have 4 cards that we're looking to cast on turn 2. So we just need the 8th Forest. We're loaded. So loaded I can randomly make Mama happy and others happy too, I suppose. Like Robert. Robert digs them. Alright, let's get here. See if I left any memes on. Nope, meme free. Oh, we didn't name this. Keep reading about the Rolling Stones on tour. They're in the news a lot right now. Very interesting to lose your drummer mid-tour and keep going. Who is the new drummer for the Rolling Stones, and what was their process like? How did you go from, hey, Charlie Watts is dead, will you come play with the Stones, please? I learn all the songs real quick. Like, wow. Anyway, that just made me think this. I'm gonna go Sticky Fingers. One of my favorite rock and roll stories is, sadly, it's funny, but it is also a harbinger of his own self-destruction. But Keith Moon, drummer of The Who, notable partier, notable alcoholic, died from his addictions ultimately. I mean, I think he drowned in his puke or whatever, but it was his alcoholism that got him in the end. But before one of the shows, like, he almost got dared to take like a Quaalude or some sort of downer, you know, some sort of tranquilizing drug. And he's like, I'm freaking Keith Moon. I can do anything. I can take anything and still play like I'm Keith Moon. So he takes some massive amount of downers. I'm not even sure what downer it was and how much he took, but he was he could not play. He could not play the drums. He was a wreck, and he was out. He's out of commission, and they literally pulled someone from the crowd to play a couple more songs. And so imagine being a drummer in the audience at a Who show and being called on stage to replace Keith Moon, who has passed out in a drug stupor. Wow, that's a moment for you. Anyway, round one is ready. Let's play. Who is round one? It was I forget now. Happy. Well, happy problem would be this stupid challenge system not working very well, but we're going to do our best. Challenge match, 40 card, best of one. Sticky Fingers. Good luck, Happy. Oh, let me adjust these, and also how many wins on average do you think I would get in this here invitation? Not invitational, it is an invitational, but in this gauntlet? And format is mid v chat. All right. How's it looking? Looking good. On the play with the brilliant curve out. Come on, Awakener. Let's give Happy a real problem. Nobody's interested in par polling it here. We got one response in the par poll, but I like the 5. Thanks, I appreciate that. All right, Happy, can you kill it, or are you gonna taste it? One of the two. Ringo Starr told a Charlie Watts story of having Charlie Watts and John Bonham over for a party in the 70s, and that the three of them went up to his attic studio and were messing around on drums together for all night. Can you imagine being in that room? Oh my God. I just want to be in that room and listen to those drummers play and talk at a party. Ringo had a strict no camera policy at his parties, though. So there's no documentation of it. What am I playing into? I don't know. Oh, there is a pause. So let's see. What I should at least figure out what I'm risking here. Where is my Garrett saving mid instance? There's it's a human, so it could, but they didn't block, so it's not going to be a combat trick, right? Like, because now it needs to be deal damage to an attacker, right? What? There's no deal 4 to an attacker or deal 1 to an attacker, right? Yeah, everything that it could be would be about blocking as far as I can tell, so I'm going for it. Oh, look, it's the blue deck. Uh-oh. I didn't need you anyway, Hat. Let's send in and see if Happy just wants to block to get the Keeper into the yard, in which case we can reunion it. But Reunion has a big job here in this matchup. Happy's thinking about it. Kind of fine either way. We go, we let this attack happen. We just play our sentry, and then we have, well, we can even go sentry, eat. I don't want to eat anything alive now. So we're going to go sentry, hold up, duel, and rotten, and that's fine. And we can hard cast this for 5 if we need to. And it's exile, so exiling the Graph Keeper. I mean, it's 2 mana for 5 mana, but exiling the 2 for 1 away doesn't suck. Let's see what they do on this turn. If they tap out, I do like dueling Demon on Graph Keeper and then reunioning it away. Or maybe even the Veteran, which is also a problem here. Yeah, reunion on end step, or even pre-combat. If we duel and then pre-combat, gives us the unblockability, which is important against the Veteran, which would obviously try to trade off for the Sentry. Yeah, War Furnace and Cheese are on the Coven plan. Too late now, though, Hat. Now I've got Garrett's primer up, and look out. That's a lot of life. So, are we dueling here? And if so, what are we dueling? Because we could also duel... Although duel is fight, so let's get the damage out of the way now. I like now fighting the Cathars. And then maybe eating alive the Graph Keeper and having good attacks. Or can Rotten Reunion eat alive? Let's see. There's a lot of ways to go here, but let's start here. Another Sentry. I'm gonna play another Swamp. This could be a place where maybe they go for a triple block just to take down the Demon while they can, and then we end up with the Reunion plate. But also, like, we can just hold the Sentry back for a turn, exile the Graph Keeper, send in the Demon, and then have more excellent stuff to do next turn. Eventually, although they might, yeah, if they chump, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I think this is fine. It doesn't give us the Coven Sentry attack yet, but this is a great sequence, I think, with their life total and board. It was the fact that this was exile that got me to do this move. If this were just destroy, I wouldn't have done that line, but the exiling just kind of shortcuts the whole reunion process here and just gets it out of our way. Hopefully this tank from Happy is just a good sign for us. I like 2 unblockable sentries coming up with their reunion if everything lives. It's a lot of open mana and cards, so I'm not convinced that we are like doing it here. But I'll play this. Reunion, we can pay for something like Flip, and I'm going to go ahead and make the sentry unblockable here. Not getting much of a thing, and we are telegraphing that we have this for the future, but worth it to get the sentry, get the sentry in. And then we can play another sentry and still have the second half of Reunion available. Yeah, it could be Storm Rider Spirit. That would put them in a double block situation on the Demon, but now the sentry can't be blocked. Oh, no, it can't be blocked by 2, but I'd be happy with that trade, right? If we trade Sentry for Spirit, that's cool. All right, that's okay, too, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and redraw that. This does get rid of Coven, so we see what they're doing there. But that's okay. And yeah, not willing to trade that for the vet when we have a second sentry, a reunion up, and then an obviously solid play waiting on the top. We can even play this, trigger the unblockability, attack, and then sack the 2/2, although probably going to end up with another 2/2, although Reunion in the Yard threatening their Disturb and Flashback is nice. I might not fire this off just because we can. I don't know if you'd even call it a pun, but wordplay, I guess, of the fact that the actual rules text of the card says the word powers, and as a Magic rules text, it's referring to the number on the power toughness box. But in the flavor world, it is about witches having different superpowers, which I just love that. Oh, sorry, and I got distracted talking to Rob. I could have fired this off knowing that the rare was going to make the graveyard untargetable. But it's actually still okay by me. I should have fired it off, though. Eventually, though, this is going to have to trade, and then this will be useful again.
Not only am I your ship's captain, I am also your party captain! Woo! We're gonna get it going here in just a few minutes.
I'm your party captain, too! And
Tapped out, so we at least get to do our thing, and none of this can block right now. Is that me? I don't think that's ever me in the morning. Trying to figure out if I'm attacking with the 2/2. I am, because I am going to sack it this turn, so I might as well attack with it. If they block, I'll sack it. If they don't block, I'll sack it after it deals combat damage. And are they really going to risk their... I mean, I guess you could put Captain on it. Like, it really does say, are you... I mean, Happy knows that I want to sack this zombie to the Awakener. Probably safe to throw... I love that block, Happy. Good job. Because it's calling my bluff, and I'm absolutely going to, quote, fold, which is to say just Awakener away the token. Well, I liked it. Oh, okay, he's giving it to me. I liked your block, Happy. You called me and I was going to have to do it, but now I get an extra 2 in. Ugh, bad draw though. Now we're off of Coven as well, so the sentries are blockable again. Ugh, double Lunarch Veteran is annoying when you're trying to kill someone to death. Not as annoying as Intrepid Adversary, though. That's just going to beat us. Of all the bomby cards in Happy's deck, this is now the bombiest, and I don't think we win. Especially with, well, we could draw our removal. We just need removal now for this, or we're totally done for. I mean, at least the attacks here still don't look great, you know? I'd send the party captain, why not? I certainly don't want to block with my demon and trade. I needed to keep these 3/3s at bay. So I'm happy didn't attack with the 4/4 here. And we can just accept this and top deck our removal. No problem. Horde at least gets our sentries through because they're not blocking. Well, we can attack with, I guess we don't because the party captain has blocks, but the other 3 are all attackable. Maybe that's why Happy kept the captain back. That's fair that Happy has blocks now, but we'll go Horde and continue to hold out hope that our removal will find us. I won't make zombies? What do you mean? These? Nope. That's this dumb card. You're right, they're tied, but it's the token making that produces the exile, it looks like. Not the exile producing the tokens. Really interesting attack. I don't know what this card is, but I'm ultimately happy about this attack because I can block it and yard it. And then if I go full control, we can exile it before they get a second main. I think that's right. Assuming the block and kill works. I don't know what this card is and what it's going to do to us. But I like a 3/4 and a 3/1. That's just a 1-for-1 if this works. And if it doesn't, I was in big trouble anyway. I suppose I could have put more bodies on. We could have put like everything on it. But I guess I'm going for Happy not having a blowout trick. And looks like Happy doesn't. And then, before passing to second main, we get this thing gone. Maybe Happy didn't realize that I was going to be able to do what I just did there. This is a reasonable draw. We don't have day-night going, but this could get us action against the adversary. But right now, Oppo's not attacking. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it safe. I guess I could shrink the captain, and then the only blocks they have are these, but they're at 21, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to say no attacks, and we're going to try and play a longer game here and find our removal for the adversary. We find adversary removal, we're back in the driver's seat. And in the meantime, we are threatening decent blocks on their potential attacks. Happy in the tank. Probably a good sign for us, especially holding a piece of removal. Boo earns. No way out. I'm just thinking about land play versus not. I guess I have Morbid Opportunist that could draw cards. I'll go ahead and play land out. Yeah, being willing to let the vets die is an interesting place. Really just need some removal here for that stupid adversary. Then the vets dying wouldn't even be that big of a deal. Well, our opponent has doubled up counters on an adversary, intrepid adversary, and we haven't removed it, and we're still alive. So that's kind of Millhousey. We're not dead. How about our bomb? How about my big rare? Ha! Well, I don't know what this is about. Could be just a land, but it's not going to get any better. Hey, 3 mana for a zombie token. Well, there's the floor of that card, right? This is why this card is not a prized inclusion. Would rather, I mean, we cut our 4-drop werewolf at the last second for a no way out. Right now, I'd rather have the werewolf, of course, but hindsight. And it's only the context of this one game. But yeah, we're now about to lose to larder zombie quality. And we have the Eaten Alive. We have day-night. If we could get day-night going, we could -13 the adversary. We have... But that's literally it. So we just did not really... I mean, we may need to include more removal here, or more interaction, but we don't have any other hard removal anyway. But this is where we really start falling behind, and the larder zombie just takes over. Effectively, they're drawing 2 cards a turn, and we're drawing 1. It's not that extreme. But when it comes to me having drawn a land and Happy avoiding drawing lands, that's what it feels like. Boo extra. still have blocks. Well, now we're really in no choice mode. And we go block, block. They get to make 2 flyers that are huge. But we can't just take these. I mean, this is literally lethal. So this is really our only choice, and we're hoping to find our hard removal, get rid of the adversary, and then survive against 1/1 flyers for a little bit. But we are now on top deck or die. I'm not going to use this to, like, shrink damage. Well, we thought we were going to take a beating from the blue-white deck before we saw that it had an intrepid adversary. So I thought we Happy turned the corner and looks like he's gonna win this one. But sure didn't expect to win this one against here. Well, we have a I mean, Happy should not block anything here, but here we go. Our only out is that Happy gets frisky and blocks with the adversary so that we can cut purse. Then we're not dead. If he got block happy, we wouldn't be dead, right? If he got block happy, the zombie can't attack, the adversary is dead, the cut purse blocks the captain, and these are 1/1 flyers. So absolutely, if Happy blocks the adversary, we're not dead. I could even technically survive if Happy didn't swing out, because assuming he protected the adversary, we could block here, shrink here, and only take 4. But this is silly. We'll show him. We'll show Happy what's up here, and then scoop it up.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
All right, next up is Jay Dre. Good luck, Jay. Good game, Happy. You turned the corner on me. We knew in the draft that somebody had a sicko blue-white deck. We had no idea you also had that stupid mythic. Good lord. That was not your MVP, Happy. It helped you get there, but that was not your MVP. I disagree strongly. Because, like, here's the thing with that incidental life gain. I mean, maybe it made me make some other choices here and there, but how much total life did you gain in the course of that game? And was that ever 0? You know, like, I just feel like Yeah. Now, do we keep this? If we can find a swamp, it's obviously great. We have the sentry on 2. And we have 3 draws for a swamp before we have nothing to do. Get a swamp, this looks great. But maybe it's a little too sketchy of a keep here. No swamp, and we just kind of lose because the sentry's not going to be enough. I'm going to mulligan, look for something better. Is this better? A little bit better. We're going to keep and probably pitch the crawl. What are we pitching? Could pitch duel. We should kind of count on finding a forest, though. And in that world, crawl feels like the least important card here right now. Even though it could help us get something back if this doesn't go well. So I'm going to do that. Jay Dre had to mulligan as well. All right, we found our forest. That's excellent. Liberator is not our ideal 2 with an Awakener on 1, but having a 2 is great. Jay Dre instead took my cultist like a big fat jerk. Although we passed so many of these, like, really, we passed this to Jay Dre is what happened. We had other things to take. Now maybe Jay Dre doesn't have anything to do this turn and we get a free 3/3? Yeah, I love it. Oh, and we can punish Jay Dre with some discard action here as a thing to do on 3, creating a token for the Awakener. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and not No Way Out first. We'll just send in the 3/3. See if there's anything going on here. If there's a response here, we have duel. Maybe I was supposed to No Way Out first so that they don't get an extra card to choose from. But we're sure going to do it anyway. Discard 2 and give us fodder for the Awakener. So we saw No Way Out's floor last game, and now we're seeing why we're including it. I was like, Rob, are you trying to hat me here and get me to make mistakes, or are you just not reading cards? I don't even know. Although discard 2 at instant speed would be an excellent card. Well, I really want to get this thing flipped, but nothing here is going to stop the flip, and they haven't killed it yet. So let's go ahead and, with it being midnight and us having the ward, we have to discard a card, but, I mean, it's discard a card on either side. So we just have to give up a card for that. I think we give up the duel here and kill this thing and get in for 4. Duel and get the counter. What gets the counter? How do we get a counter? I don't know. Oh, I see. You do it the other way. Yeah, sure. But I don't have anything that gets it to... It still trades. It doesn't make it indestructible or anything. This actually wins combat. Yeah, wait a turn and duel with Demon could have been a way to go with it. I did that. Hold land, pretty risky. If at that point, just discard your Diregraph Horde. Startle for the cycle is good to see. Means Jay is low on stuff to do. Boy, Occultist is what you want to sacrifice to the Awakener, but not in this case. I want an Awakener now. Although the pause is notable. Suggests Geistwave. Geistwave kind of makes me want to accept the damage, play the Occultist, and see. Although, man, even with Wave, we get the draw. So I'm going to do it because we're going to get the draw no matter what. And we need a land, and we might find a land to play the Occultist. So let's do this. Don't need to wait till damage phase. It is what it is. They're going to bounce it or not. Didn't find a land, but we have a Rotten Reunion up now. And maybe I was just supposed to fire that off here. But they don't really have... I mean, I guess they could... If they go for a crawl, we can crawl in response. So I'm not worried about that. Or we can Rotten in response. In fact, I'll even... see... Hope they go for getting the Trespasser back. Then this game is kind of ours. Although we are telegraphing our Rotten Reunion. It's the only card that causes a pause at instant speed in black for 1 mana. Now, what's Jay doing with this? Oh, are we going to get a sweeper or something? Bat Whisper, I see. Just wanted some damage for the Bat Whisper. Got it. Can block a demon, no question about that. And now, though, we're gonna empty out this yard of useful stuff. Crawl being a little more useful than Corpse, given the mana. And now they get either one of our creatures they want, but we follow with a horde, and then that hopefully is just kind of near lethal. And yeah, we are going horde. Cobble and the Trespasser. Oh, I also owe you one of these. Maybe a little of both. I think we're both a little stuck on land. And then, of course, that just says GG. We'll do this.
my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right. Got my win out of the way. My hair is my own. Now I'm coming for Tron. All right, Tron. Grudge match continued. Yeah, you got a little stuck there, Jay, and we rolled over you. Speaking of rollover, again, we have the sweetest of openers if we are not disrupted before turn 3. All right, cross your fingers. We're on the road to awesome, and we even have our Hunt Master in hand this time. Farmer to help us get there on lands. Ooh, there is a pause from Tron. Could mean we lose our Awakener to removal, but again, we're going to draw 2 cards no matter what, so I don't care. I'm going to send in, and we're going to activate. So I'm expecting especially with the block, we expect the Awakener here to die, but I'm happy to get the 2 cards. Cathartic Pyre. Oh, Fateful. What? Oh no, it's that one. Never mind. I thought it was the weird Spirit Exile common. That's a good rare. Never mind. Yeah, so that was fine. Oh, Captain is nice. But here we've got Farmer with Reunion up into eventual Hunt Master here. We get Horde into Hunt Master, so I'm liking our chances. Ugh. Wow, what a awful... Ugh. Sometimes your farmer sucks. Farmer sucked right there. Really, we just hit the floor of the farmer, which is a 2/3 for 3. Which kind of sucks, but it's just like a D. So in that case, we played a D. But even worse, because it thinned our library of action. So Farmer didn't go well, but hopefully Horde into Hunt Master is still fine. Not that we have a 6th land for Hunt Master yet, but since now our deck is mostly lands, of course we're going to draw lands. Sure, I'll put on emotes. So, do we reunion something here while the reunioning is good? Or do we wait? Red, white doesn't have a lot going on in the graveyard, but what are we doing if not? It does get us more on board, and still we have a one available for later, so I'm going to use all my mana. Yeah, probably have a Spirit or two, probably have a Disturb or two, but I'm fine making the mana play here, given that we're trying to go forward into Huntmaster over the next couple of turns. Tron stuck on 3. We're going to try and punish that. Or, you know, but they're pausing on the end here, so another check. Boy, it could be so many things. Moonrager's Slash, Play with Fire, Lunar Frenzy, Raise the Effigy, Blessed Defiance, Cathar Commando, Flare of Faith, Thraben Exorcism, which is what I thought it might be, Neonate's Rush, Stolen Vitality, Cathartic Pyre, which we definitely passed. I remember passing the Pyre. I think there's a Sacred Fire in the draft, which it could be. A lot of things it could be. But show us! I'm going to send the Farmer and the Farmer alone, and then drop the Horde. We did find a land, so at least we have Huntmaster next turn. Submit 0 from our own yard. Oh yeah. Hey, if any of you ask for me to put emotes on, we're doing it. Well, anybody doing it to me is certainly BMing into the void most days, War Furnace. One, two, three. They can get rid of the Horde right now. Not anymore. So I'll block there. Morbid Opportunist kind of makes me want to hold on the Huntmaster and just go Timberland Guide, Opportunist, make the Guide, get it out of 3 damage burn range, and send in a Clown and draw a card. Maybe that's fancy play and we're just supposed to do that after we Huntmaster. Doing Huntmaster now and then this whole thing, especially because if they do have Cathartic Pyre, it'd be nice to go shields down and get this protected. So I'll go with my big bomb instead. But I can do that after combat. And I am going to go, like, send in one of these. Although, why even send one? What's the point? I guess I'll hold it back for now. Just go for it. So here's that pause that makes me think. I'm thinking it's Cathartic Pyre or Sacred Fire, since I think we saw both of those in the draft. Am I making up the Sacred Fire? Does anyone remember seeing a Sacred Fire? I feel like I just see them in every draft is the thing. Since Boros is fairly underdrafted. Alright, now Tron is tapped out and we can at least Opportunist. And we can do all sorts of stuff here. Opportunist guided up. And then, let's see, this thing. We're going to try and flip that eventually, but not till next turn. And we're not going to send it, but we will send a zombie to draw. Yeah, I could have put counter on Awakener, but very specifically, I want Opportunists to have 4 toughness. That is playing around a Cathartic Pyre we passed, pack 1, pick 1. And I even wouldn't mind hiding the Awakener from removal, but next turn I want to cast no spells to flip the Huntmaster. So Awakener now gives us something to do next turn that doesn't prevent it from becoming Knight. Jay, I'm kind of on, if it's open, you can win with it in this format, which is good. Again, we were worried early, but the format has been self-correcting to the point where I'm fine with any open lane. All right, this looks like somewhat of a desperation move from Tron, but we're going to certainly offer up some blocks. And might even, you can chump here. Yeah, it could be Ritual, but I'm happy to get that out of hand and have all this to crack back with. And then this is certainly not lethal. Farmer on Stinger makes sense. It certainly does, because we also pass the +2 team. So let's assume team is getting +2 and block accordingly. Yeah, but Brigand doesn't have 5 mana to pump team with. So really it's about +2/+1 and making sure we can beat +2/+1. Can anything go on Stinger that defeats the Huntmaster, for example? Stolen Vitality makes it 5. Lunar Frenzy doesn't get it done. I think this is a safe block here. And then the question is, if this is all, like, so this is going to be 3/2. Like, it actually put, like, if we're going to chump, what about chumping with the 1/1 and putting 2 power on the commando? So we still win, we still trade there with +2/+1. And we could put 3 on here to do a similar thing. At least I'm going to put, what I should do is, I don't care if the Horde dies, right? So let's chump with the Horde. Yeah, that's a good call. We chump with the Horde. And then back here, we can put the guide on the captain, and now the captain dies to the +2/+1 as well. So I think this is the best block, presuming +2/+1. And most importantly, I can't come up with a card in which our Huntmaster dies to 2 mana and 2 points of first strike. Hope that Tron doesn't prove me wrong. I guess it could be, he does have 2 spells. It could be +2/+0 and lifelink and 2 points of damage. But I'm going to make Tron have that. Tron, if you've got +2/+0 and lifelink and the uncommon shock pre-salute. Show me. Yeah, any 2-spell, whatever 2 spells you can come up with that would get the job done. If Tron's got that, I got to respect that, and still hope that from that position we can even still find a win here on Crackback, or, you know, because everything else, because if Stinger wins combat against the Huntmaster, everything else goes our way, or at least we get the trades we want, you know? All right, I think it's the +2/+1, and Tron saw that we just really didn't give Tron tricks for that. And now it's +1/+1 and a 5/6. Whether Tron activates or has the +1/+1, Huntmaster plus Duel still defeats it. So, although then we can't send in against the Stinger, or we're trade. Well, let's see. I'm just going to let this go anyway, right? But I think that's fancy play to not just try and get the Brigand dead here. Although if it's +2, if it is one of those +2 tricks, the Brigand could... It's a human werewolf, right? So the Flare could also get it done. We could have it in response. Maybe this is an instant. I should just have this in response. And but I do want to start with an Awakener sacking a zombie, and just, or we can even sack the guide, I suppose. These are more damage. What's more valuable? I'm going to actually sack the guide. Draw a couple cards here, see how that changes anything. Play that. Could even draw one more card here. But we already kind of have the tools we need. I'm going to send... this stuff and know that block doesn't even get the 6/6. They've got to... Tron has to act first when we have the duel. So I'm going to send... Gosh, I could even send the Opportunist here. Although I just don't want it to die. We're going to be conservative with that, and also conservative with our zombies for now, because they do produce Opportunist triggers. And if Tron doesn't want to block here, so now Tron has to act first, and then our duel is going to take care of business. So that's going to become 5/6. We duel away the Stinger with a different creature, and then one that's attacking for extra damage. The we'll put it on the Farmer to spread out our threats, and then take out the Stinger. Now I practically don't want to run the Sentry out in case of Sweeper. There is that white Sweeper, so I'm just going to be sensible here, hold my card draw, and play around, at this point, a Sweeper, which is the way we would lose. This seems like Tron in the I'm about to lose tank. And that, I think, kind of seals it. Solid card, but not here. And that looks like a scoop.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right, after a first game win from chat, I have taken the lead. Let's see what happens in the old fourth game against Radianware. I love the fourth game in 7-game sets because it either someone's going to have a commanding lead or it's going to be tied. Let's see which. Good game, Tron. My top end was good enough. Blah! You couldn't give me one forest among these stupid swamps? Come on, deck. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. This is a mulligan. Like, if there's no forest near the top of our library, this is just a bad hand. So this instead. Sure. All right, 2-2 it is. Who's after Radianware? Oh, Magic. Why do we play you? Because it's good when it's not this is why, but geez. All right, this is a comeback hand. We're going to ditch a forest and a duel for dominance. And we're going to go for the Awakener Reunion. And we're going to have to find a land here, but, you know, I think this is correct. It ain't much, but maybe a turn 3, 4/4 just goes the distance. Still need a land off the top, though. And I could ambush this, but again, I'm going to go for the reunion, make a fodder token, and hope we draw land. We don't draw land. All right, fine. Now, do we just ambush this thing? With the Eaten Alives here, the answer is probably yeah, but it's instant, so we could also wait in case we want a reunion again for some reason. I don't think that's the case, though. I'm just going to fire this off here. But not great. Another Loper. Thank you. All right. We're now in business. Well, we have Rotten Reunion, Eaten Alive next turn if we desperately need to get something dead. I guess we go Siege Zombie, Sack Demon to take out Trapper. Yeah, we could have made a reunion token and done some pinging or whatever, but we'll get there. I think that was fine. We didn't have the mana to do all of it. Cut purse. Well, you just exile that and race. 5 mana to exile a cut purse seems a little bit raw. But we could trade it off and reunion it away so they don't get the backside. And then we have Eaten Alive for future threats. Just feels like we lose to whatever Radiant's 3 cards plus 4th off the top is. We're just so behind. If it's our 1 siege zombie versus their interloper and 4 additional cards, just does not seem like a winning line, but neither does sitting back here not interacting with a cut purse. So wildly unlikely that this is going to produce a win, but also not sure what else to do besides cast the spells I have to try and be ahead in this situation, because like the way we win is that randomly Radianware has a bunch of crap, starts to flood out, has I mean, Radianware doesn't probably have this much crap in their deck, but you know what I mean. It's like we have to hope their draws are bad and that ours get better from here, but that we at least stay ahead in this race, assuming that all these cards are bad. Here comes Zombie Horde, though. Not quite, but yeah, so their cards aren't bad and our draws aren't good. We needed 2 things to go our way, and we are 0 for 2 on those things going our way. Yeah, I don't even No Way Out. What does that do? Then we just lose to the 5 points in the air over 3 turns. I really don't think we have outs here, especially having used both Eaten Alives and the ambush. Like, we've used all our removal, so we're pretty dead. Even Huntmaster is not fast enough, I don't think. But smoke them while you got them. We'll get something on board here. Maybe the Bird Admirer would buy us some time, but we didn't cut it, right? Have we just not drawn it? Oh, maybe we cut it? No, it's in there. Yeah, so Bird Admirer could do it. Occultist, not really what we're looking for. I'm going to send in the zombie because attacking for 2 is better than pinging for 1. And we're not blocking any of that. So this is one of those spots in Magic where the game's already over, really, and I'm playing to see its end. It looks like Radianware has us this turn, maybe? Or there's, okay, not this turn, but making Interloper lethal was good enough. Ah, there we go, it is this turn. We have the Blood Pact kill, love it. If I'm gonna go out, might as well go out like that. But whatever, that was a non-game, that was our favorite pastime, delivering its worst side.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Good game, Radianware, or well, that's one of those where I'd say, thanks for the game. I don't know if I'd call it good, but I sure do thank you for the game. Double Mull into Destroyed. Tied up, though. That makes it interesting. Well, this Rotten Reunion has been a pretty medium performer. It's got its job in the deck, and sometimes it's even done that job. But it's been pretty below replacement, I gotta say. I'm gonna keep this on the strength of the 2-drop in our mana, but not a great opener, honestly. And if we could find something else to do on 2, or even 1, finding an Awakener would be great. Awakener, we have 3 shots at an Awakener, and that would be the perfect draw. Awakener into Timberland Guide, onto the Awakener, into Eat the Guide, attack 5. That's where we want to be. So if I can have my one time, it would be for an Awakener there, but we missed. No Awakener for us. Telegraphing the reunion already. Great. I do wonder how the pros think about the playing on Arena with the information leak. It's a real deal. Oh, Sipsio. I don't like this card. Now watch it wreck me, but I don't like this card. I could reunion, but we can't even eat it alive. Do I reunion now for some fodder? I think I reunion now for some fodder. I'm going to guide it up. But then full control is just so awkward and too much pausing, right? And also, it's not a great look for you to tell your player base that when it matters, we're going to do something different with this game, but what you all do doesn't matter, and we're not going to give you that tool. They don't want to do that because of it would slow down games. You know, Wizards makes money on Arena on some level based on how fast people are churning through games. It's a real factor, and anything that adds clock time to a game is going to be a hard sell for the team that's really trying to eke out all the profit they can, you know? Well, funnily enough, the bear is annoying here, but I mean, if I send in the guide, they make a 4/4, and we could trade ambush for and guide for it, but that's too... No, we're not going to do that. So I'm going to pass, and we'll hold up ambush and try to take out whatever they might play next turn. Yep, that happens. This is a really pretty, what do they call it? Style. Pretty art that is done pretty good by a fairly generic style algorithm. You know, the little floaty room thing. Yeah, these are peacock feathers for sure, right? Definitely do. Well, maybe not for sure, but they sure look like peacock feathers. I'm with you. I think that's where the artist was certainly inspired, at least. Peacock eyes. Sure. Parallax, yeah, that's the treatment style. Thanks. Well, Bear is being kind of funny. It's taking up Oppo's mana, but it's also keeping us from doing much. We don't even have anything to do next turn yet, so hopefully we draw something for turn 4 here. That does not qualify, and What a weird game. Really, our draw has been clunky enough to make the bear not a liability. If Sipsio can get to the point where the stuffed bear has a lot of mana to work with, it's not going to be, it's going to be fine. The problem with the card is that to do anything early, it asks 2 mana a turn of you to do anything early besides even after even casting it, which also asks 2 mana of you. You just generally don't have 2 mana to spend in the early game. And here's exactly a case of why, and we're going to have a pretty good result here, both ambushing the Gale Drifter, reunioning it away for the flashback, and being able to Diregraph Horde, and not that we have attacks, but again, this is where now the bear does nothing, right? Little floody here. Yeah, I guess it didn't need to reunion because of the Horde, but it did get more power on board. Well, and also because I still don't remember that Horde does that. I still don't. Trying to get to the Horde meme. Sorry, hold on. And I guess I'll send in these two while the bear can't stop them. And while we have plenty of fodder behind now. Yeah, obviously I am too, Martini, since I never remember it. I do sometimes. I have actually remembered it sometimes. All right, there we go. Now we can Awakener. Send in 1. We're going to leave the other one for the Eaten Alive, but we send in Horde. And I guess if we send in Horde, it could get eaten here, which we don't want. So I'll just send in the 1 and see if they want to spend the money, mana to block. Yeah, you can get that too. But so, yeah, I mean, here's the double-edged sword. Like, the bear is doing something here. It's keeping our Horde from attacking. But at what cost? Sipsio can't develop their board because the bear is staying back for defense. I don't need to do full control yet. I'm going to see if they even bother doing the block. If they don't block, then we can do full control. And what is the cost of that cost, Hat? It's costs all the way down. Ooh, we even have the 2, 3, 4. Let's just kill it. Boo! I don't mind redoing the Awakener plan, though. should have at least thought about the Geist wave in terms of where I wanted to target. I could have targeted the Horde as well if we wanted to replay the Horde instead of the Awakener. I think it ended up working out, but I didn't think it through about which one would be better to have bounced. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna sack this. This is just getting blocked. I'm just gonna do this now because it might affect combat. No way out, you say? I'm in. But Bear doing work. I can't attack because Oppo has a sudden 4/4. Demon, though, if we even force it to trade with the Bear, should unlock things from there. And I think we do that on the... Let's see, if we farm and find land, we can Eaten Alive. So let's farm her into Eaten Alive. We can also Eaten Alive away the token if we want. Morbid Opportunist. So I'm going to sack this, Eat Alive the Assailant, and play the Sentry and swing in with the Demon and see if they want to trade Bear. We just made them top deck, so if they have a trick, they just top decked it and we'll salute that. What is this going to be worth? 1, 2, 3. So this makes 3 3s currently. Oh, sorry. Yeah, exile. Never mind. It gets much bigger. 4. Oh, 4. 4. Yeah, just 4. Four 4s are proving to be an annoying power toughness combo, I'll say that. But this is 7, so they can't get this down for 7. And we might be in a spot where we get to attack and say, look, if you don't want to trade for the Demon, fine, take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, take 9 and eat the Horde. Never mind. With Bear mana still up. All right, we're taking out the Bear this time, damn it. Bear's going down. Not a 3-for-1 because they're getting one of ours. And this isn't dead yet. Wow, Sipsio making a bad card do work and is now making a good card make me nervous. And yes, Sipsio, this is a bad card. You really shouldn't play it. You kind of made it sing there, I gotta give you credit. But I don't consider this to be very playable. This, very playable. Everything else I'm liking. Occultist can't die on our behalf here, but at least everything we've got trades, so we're just going to keep bashing in. I can play the Occultist and then Sentry. Well, Sentry's a trade no matter what, so it doesn't even really matter. We'll send in. Yeah, the question of any... Wow, they played a bear. The question is always over what? It's possible bear was the best option in their card pool. It is possible we passed Sipsio, forced Sipsio into it. But I don't know if Sipsio is, I don't know Sipsio's gender, so we're going to refer to Sipsio as they, unless they would like to let us know. This thing's going to get huge. And Effigy, what a... Gotta tip the hat on everything else, though. I love what else is going on in this deck. I love the spells deck. I just don't like a bear in it. But this is a sweet deck, Sipsio. And they're at 3, and I'm worried. Like, I hope we can get there, but... All right, that... Oh, we got lucky. Got lucky, because Sipsio clearly on the verge of stabilizing. But this looks like it'll do it. Against all known cards.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Had to work for that. Wow. Well played. And, oh yeah, the Sipsio was on the verge of turning the corner. We needed him dead and right quick. We fortunately got there, but Sipsio just about had the corner turned. Saitama, One Punch Man up next. You can still win the week, chat, but you're running out of time. You got to win out. And I have saved my resources. There will be no bling shopping today. Fresh meme for Tron. Sure. What are we gonna do? Let's see. Third player, clear shot. How about we never do this one.
Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust.
Looks like Saitama, either we're having a problem or Saitama's not ready yet. Thanks for that match, Sipsio. You made me work hard for that one. I think you just about had the corner turn. We were talking about basically if I don't get you the turn I got you, we were in trouble. Like, or if you not getting to 7 land kind of saved us. I still need to, if anybody wants to do this for me, go ahead. But I'm not realistically asking you, but like on my list to do is figure out how to use this Stream Deck device that I use for all my memes to have a button that will just randomize from among all of the videos. I have a randomized audio. Like if I use this Dead Man button.
He's dead, Jeff. He's dead, Jeff.
So you see, it randomizes from among the audio clips I have in this one folder.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very
There's
dead.
got to be a button. There's got to be a way I can do that for video, and then just press a button and have it play one of a random meme from the literal 100+ we have around. This is a nice keep. We got sentries into Opportunist. Ooh, Siege Zombie is another alternative. Glad somebody ended up green-blue. I'm actually scared. 2 Root Coil Creepers and a pretty open green lane means that Saitama's deck is likely going to be quite good. And I'm on Sentry, both for its power and the fact that I would rather trade it than a zombie for any creeper stuff here. But this is gonna ramp, you know, anyway, great opening from Saitama as well. I'm gonna skip that meme. We've done the Search Party Captain quite a bit. Happy to see the Crawl given the Opportunist I want to play. And I'm gonna get the Opportunist down here, make him have some fight spells to deal with it. If they've got the uncommon shot, you know, whatever shot, that could do it. But like on this board, the duel isn't going to do it. Not going to offer the Sentry. Oh, I guess I will offer the Sentry to the Captain given the Morbid Opportunist. That's fine. Let's crash in and take the damage or the card. Opportunist is kind of like an aura, though. I'm not going to get it involved in combat. Even we do have the Crawl, so you can make a case for it. But just asking to get pumped. Right? So, also interesting splash. I just realized they played a white card. Yeah, I'm not gonna put my Opportunist at risk for 2 damage. Then they could use Duel with the Creeper and finish it off without even losing their Creeper. Ooh, I bet they have the Augur, though, because I never saw it. Pick 4, pick 5 Augur. You must have been on the opposite side of the table from me, Happy. Or just near me, but not passing the right direction, that pack. Hey, thank you, Radian. Appreciate it. I will look into that. It would be super fun, right? That would be like the most redeemed thing of all time if I just have a nice random meme redemption. We'd all enjoy that. That would be cool. So thanks, Radianware. I'll look into it. Let me, I gotta do more tax stuff today, but my plan this weekend is to do some work on the stream, including that. Stealing an Opportunist, unacceptable, especially when they steal the second one. That's the best the Croaking Counterpart has ever been in the history of the format, by the way. Get Covenant Jam certainly does something. I'm just trying to figure out if we're doing anything to get rid of the frog token this turn. We can still do that with Eaten Alive anyway. I'd probably just play another Sentry, though. They have 2 mana. They could pump and block. But we'd get a card off of that, too, at least. All right, let's try the ignore the Opportunists and get in with unblockable sentries plan. Yes, if we wait, we can eat and alive without sacking something, and then they don't get the value. That's a fine reasoning. Oh, sorry. Waiting on me. Forgot I had Siege Zombie.
Oh no, please! I can't read your crazy moon language!
So another attack from a 2/2 continues to feel like a duel. Saitama trying to get value out of the common green fight spell, and I'm going to... Oh, it was clear shot. What do you know? Well, now I'm glad we have this crawl. And it sucks that we don't even get a draw. They get a draw and we don't. You want to decline the counter? What, so that we can maintain Coven? Why don't we just put a counter on the sentry? That keeps Coven and increases our attack power. Oh, sure. Fair enough. That's a good reason not to put the counter on the zombie. Look! We'll do it on a different zombie. Do we just need to kill the opportunist of theirs first, though? Probably not. Let's just go, like, I'll send the sentries as blockable in here. I guess they would maybe put Creeper on sentry and accept that block. I also continue to think there's a trick here we're not thinking about. I'm going to go Diregraph Horde, but then I might just pass and set up Eaten Alive Opportunist next turn. Yeah, we could also just crawl, get it back, and smash. Yeah, I'm probably overthinking it. True, I think you're right. I see the Horde and 5 mana and just want to go. We can also, though, if we Horde now, we get rid of Croaking Counterpart. Are they going to cast this next turn, though? Maybe, especially if we put an Opportunist back out, although they can copy this, right? Is it non-token? Non-frog. Oh, no, so they can't copy it because it's a frog. What a waste of a turn just to go to 1. What? Oh, if they do this, you mean? Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to go with the true line. And submitting 0 does make sense to me here, crazy as that is. Zombie? Do we send the zombie? Might not even care about the zombie at this point. Although it can finish off if they... Nah, we'll save it for the reach. Get him to 7 here, and then we actually represent lethal with Horde, Sentry, Ping. Well, Hat, if that happens, I guess we lose, because that means Saitama stabilizes and gets through the mess they're in right now. Yeah, right now, Coven is game. So, Sentry... Or if they have a counter for the Horde so that we can't go attack them to 1 and ping for the win. I really think this pause continues to be the duel card, which currently does not... I mean, they could duel away a Sentry, but it's a 2-for-1ing of themselves. We're saying no blocks here, of course. Captain, my captain. Now that there's 2 search party captains, I better run the meme.
Not only am I your ship's captain, I am also your party captain. Woo! We're gonna get it going here in just a few minutes.
I'm your party captain too, and
So now we even have Horde plus Eaten Alive, if that's gonna help us. Let's take a look. They still don't have anything to block, though, so I think we just have the game. We don't need to get fancier than our already stated plan. Although it might not work. Again, if we think it's the duel card, then at the very least they don't die here. They are forced to duel something on one of these sentries. And then hopefully we get there on pings after the fact. But they should be going to 4 here. And you know, actually, to that end, let's take out the card draw engine so that they don't. Well, I guess they get 1 more card out of it, but we can go Siege Zombie, tap these zombies, eat alive a zombie, and take out one of the blockers. Yeah, I guess this gains them life. Maybe that's still fancy play. Oh, my assumption, Radianware, is that we are not going to get in with a sentry. They're finally going to run that duel out there and kill one of our sentries in a 2-for-1 themselves, as they 2-for-1 themselves. Yeah, we can kill Creeper to deny mana and make him do that play right now. That's interesting. That's super interesting. Because then they are dead, right? So let's go. Yeah, Fading Hope. That's okay too. At 13, I kind of like that line. Or maybe even the Opportunist is what we tap here. And we both draw off this, but I like the Creeper idea. Do it now. All right, well, it is exactly what I thought it was. And now we can go, well, do we want to drop the Horde for another ping of damage? We go tap, tap, tap. And what are they dueling with? They're dueling with that anyway. Yeah, I guess we knew that was going to happen. At 13, we don't get crackbacked for a loss, so I'm going to go ahead and get 1 more ping in here, unless we're going to attack with the zombie. Because we might attack with the zombie. But no, we still want the zombie for... well, swing all is literally just attacking with a zombie. This is about to die, so it's a question of whether we're attacking with a zombie or not. And I don't know if attacking with a zombie is better when we're trying to finish them off with zombie pings. So, yeah, I don't think that's correct. I think it is correct to actually do this. And send in here. Now they need to gain life or kill the zombie. I mean, we don't have a, like, with crawl. Yeah, we even have a sentry. So we can go crawl, sentry, play sentry, win if they don't gain some life here. Or kill us. Or stop the siege zombie or take out something. They need to kill a creature. Really, any creature will do. Yeah, Coven doesn't matter now. Right now, plan A is crawl back a 2-drop and tap 6 creatures to deal 2 damage. Saitama has 3 unknown cards and 3 mana to stop us with. And with the crawl in the graveyard, this is on the table for Saitama too. So this is a face-up plan in that way. That's not going to do it. I don't think there's a thing that stops us on 1 mana unless it's a Fading Hope right now. So let's see if they got the Fading Hope to stop this. Well, Fading Hope stops me because they could bounce something before I could get it back out, right? I guess... No, I guess it doesn't, because then I yeah, you're right. Fading Hope doesn't even help them. You're right. I guess if they do Siege Zombie, though, it would, right? Because Siege Zombie would take away the ability to do the second tap. Anyway, we're going to do this. All right, the week is mine.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right. Timber Channel for the anchor spot on Team Chat. Trying to keep it close and have that nice close looking 3-4, 4-3 versus the... Wow, he crushed us this week 5-2. Which is it going to be? Six of 7, no problem pairings. We only had 1 pairing snafu. Nice keep for us to end on. Another blue-red deck, interesting. Curving out over there from Timber. We've got the Occultist, the Awakener Occultist sequence. Does it survive Timber's 3rd turn? Brace yourselves. Do we untap with these 2 creatures? Yes, we do. And Timber going for the hardcore race. Understandable. Yeah, abandon the post. Kind of want to stay back on D here. And I will. 16, abandon the post. We can make him use it. Although maybe the abandon the post just says, why stay back on D? But the thing is, if they spend their 4th turn on abandon the post, I think that's good. So I am going to attack for now, but maybe I'm supposed to make them use this as their turn. Yeah, let's start here anyway. See what we get on a couple of draws. Maybe that'll tell us. Bird Admirer puts up a pretty good butt for the situation. Yeah, I'm going to say no attacks, and if Timber wants to spend a turn on the don't block, that's fine. All right, maybe I should have attacked. We'll take this action. We got stuff to do. Yeah, we've only really seen our rare once. It's kind of sucked that way. Now, Bird Admirer, Awakener, and then next turn, No Way Out, Liberator. Unfortunately, it flips the Bird Admirer back, but I'm not sure what to do besides that. I guess I could have waited, but that seems wrong. So, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I should have just a Bird Admirer pass. Maybe I'm not controlling day-night very well. And speaking of, I'm certainly not controlling the day-night memes very well. Revelation and Abandon. This could be a time for Abandon the Post. Get in for 5. Bring us to 7. But then it's gone. I'd like to see a land and a play. No. All right. Well, Rotten Reunion. Not the worst. Kind of want to double on that even. Although we could Rotten Reunion... Rotten Reunion, Eat Alive is still an option here. We just don't get to flip the Awakener. I think I'm going to get rid of these graveyard spells here while the getting's good. Especially this Abandon the Post that makes our defense so bad. Yeah, that's true. If I'm going to No Way Out, I could have done that first. But I also like, we can go Rotten Liberator, which all seems fine. Unfortunately, since they both have flashback, they both do pump a seize if Timber has a seize. Right now, I guess No Way Out, if they have flip, is countered no matter what. So maybe I can also just flip it to night now. I still kind of want to hold the No Way Out for their down to 2 situation. And we do get to flip an Awakener here. Let's start there. They've got open mana, but if this is interfered with, then we have a free no way out cleared. So, just so. Now taking 2 of their final 3 seems fine. We could even, though, go Sentry, eat something alive. Eat, like, the Astronomer. But I'm fine just doing the no way out here. This is pretty brutal. Then we still have full price Eaten Alive if we want it. Could even make offers here. I should have thought about my attacks, but I really don't care about Liberator for Astronomer, so I'll send. Although we're at 12, I need to stay back. Startle and Stormrider were pitched. Just thinking about what that means about what's left. Duel for Dominance feels like a nice pickup. We don't have 2 green even. But we do have, let's see, we can go Sentry and then have the Coven for next turn. Maybe what about Sentry, Eaten Alive, full price on Astronomer. Definitely Sentry, though. I don't think we need Duel right now on this board. And maybe we even hold Eaton as well, but I feel like I should do this while the getting's good, and my question is really whether we're taking Crasher out or Astronomer out. Crasher feels like it's the thing that could get through here, but Sentry does have blocks on it and doesn't care how powerful it gets. So I'm thinking the Astronomer is the thing that's the long game value engine. So I'm going to do that. I think this is the long game play, is just getting rid of this Astronomer now. Delver is bad for, the Rush is bad because it gets our Sentry, which was our big plan for dealing with the Crasher. Although currently Crasher does not... A 1-for-1 Liberator for Crasher would be fine as well. So if Tranel's going to send that Crasher in, I'm going to call, I think, on that. And here we are again, no longer with the Coven we need, but we can flip. This is an instant. But I think if we go to, if we duel with the 3/5 on upkeep, even casting this just makes this a 3/3 and we still win that duel. Maybe we can't block the Delver that turn, but I certainly like flipping our 2. Also, Liberator gets big enough to block the Crasher. So I'll put a stop there, we'll pass, we'll flip, and then we'll decide. Yeah, that's fair. Hat, they could have gotten some damage in, made a tough call for us. And now are we going for some sort of fight while the shields are pretty down? We don't know what this card is, but this is not going to be enough for either of these. I'm going to just pass. Right now, Shredder blocks the Aberration. Trap Breaker blocks the Crasher. No need to duel when we currently have answers. Well, here with the duel, I think we have a pretty good spot because we can fight in response with even like a Crasher effect on the stack and kill the Crasher for only 1 point of damage. Let's try this. I think our instant here gives us a lot of play based on what Timber might do in this spot. certainly it's on Timber to act first. And then I did exactly the opposite of what I said I was going to do, which is do something here, which is dumb of me. But I'm also going to wait. Now that I've done it, I'm going to wait and see if Timber has anything else. Because actually it's still good. We still eat this and eat that. But I shouldn't have risked it. But I can at least see if Timber's going to do anything else here. And is not, so we'll do it. Ooh, there is a pause. Looks like Fading Hope. Damn. Damn. Still got the trade, though. And we got our bomb, so, you know. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I'm going to go with it now, even though we're going to take 3 to the Aberration. Because, obviously, it's good. That's why. Could send in... I'll send in 1. We have... there's no reason to, though. No reason to. Too greedy at 20. Siege Zombie is a reason to hold him. More sack fodder is a reason to hold him. Well, look, their common is just as good as our rare. How about that? We're going to pass now and flip to get this to 7/7 so we can actually block this thing. We take another 3 in the air, but they're out of cards, but about to draw 2 more. Oh, right. Fight the dude. I forgot. I don't read. I don't... Who reads? In fact, with the fight, I should probably put an upkeep stop. I actually kind of like... 7, 8, 9. Another target wolf or werewolf fights target creature you don't control. So we can have a wolf fight the Aberration. And then we still get to threaten blocks here. I'm going to do that now before they draw a card. Or make them do some drawing right now. Although, actually, gives us a chump block too. Not that it works well here, but we could chump block a Stinger, for example. So I'm going to pass. It lets Timber have a card, 1 card more, in which to address our plan, but I like having this better. Obviously, that's scary as heck, but we don't have many choices here. I think we go like this. Like this, and do we go like this? Do we put the pack leader on the Dread Knight, knowing that we could be dead to a pump spell if we don't? I think I got to do it. So now... this is going to trade for this. It takes 5. Let's make sure we're not dead. So we take 5, effectively putting a toughness of 2. We go to 6. And then this tramples over for 4 more. But then we don't lose to these, so we go to 2. Yeah, we're going to fight the flyer. I'm just making sure... I'm just seeing... making sure we still live in that spot. Yes, exactly. We punch with the 1 on the zombie. That's the plan. Whoa. And I'm going to go cut purse for no value and try to get our clock on here. Although it also flips night and day again, unfortunately. Big reload for Timber. Fortunately, it only produced, so far, an Observer. We don't know what this last card is. We are on the wrong side of that variance, but we get to send in this and this, but I'm not going to die to one removal spell, so we're... Actually, I guess to send this too. I don't know. At this point, I'm just trying to get him dead, but we still might have... I'm going to send one. I don't quite have a great heuristic or reason I'm sending one or the other. All right, Crawl is massive for us. Oh my goodness. Although, look! Which did it? What got us? What got that exiled? Was it this stupid thing? Ah! All right, it's all right. We'll find something else, but I, of course, wanted my big bomb. What else have we got? Awakener? Let's get Awakener. Sentry? Sentry, maybe? Well, let's start here and see. Yeah, I like Awakener. The Awakener plan seems good to me. Full control. Send that. And yeah, I'll send the cut purse because I continue to want it to die so we can turn it into a flyer. And we still have lots of blocking. Heck, can even send the wolf and we're not dead to one removal spell. So I'm going to send wolf as well. Yeah, Wing Shredder, I guess. Yeah, let's do Wing Shredder. We just want to not die, so this blocks as well as a Wing Shredder in that scenario. I like it. Yeah, where is it? Damn it. I don't trust it. I've been burned by that stop. I'm just going to go full control. Yeah, hold full control is on. And yeah, we'll go Farmer here over Crawl. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot I was covering you up there on seeing that. We'll get more forest action. Come on, Timber, give it up. Know when you're beat, buddy. Have I got this one? Another Awakener says probably. Crawl. I'm just seeing if there's anything that gets us a win right now. Block, take 5. Sure. Oh yeah, I gotta watch out for that as well. But they got forced blocks here. They can't, they could bounce, block, chump the demon, bounce, block to have the Vandal around. Yeah, let's go. I like the Sentry idea. We should just send everything though, right? Because we're gonna have Awakener plus, let's see, Awakener is 1. We have 11 mana. 5 of it gets spent on this, and then we have another blocker back. So yeah, I'm going to put the Awakener out now in case we want to sack something. Yeah, didn't they already use Slash? Or was it... There was another... Yeah, there's a Slash already used. I'm not playing around burn. We're dead to burn. But I think we can do the full attack here. Or maybe all but one. Like, leave the Bird Admirer back. It's only 1 damage, and it's a great blocker. And then we get Awakener, Admirer, and a 3rd creature from the crawl. And then 1 removal does not kill us, and we've only spent... Although there's also no sense sending the wolf to die either. So now I like these 3. We could also just attack Awakener, it's true. Or maybe it's just Awakener Cut Purse and either take this or give me something from my graveyard. It doesn't ETB... doesn't do the ETB thing on the flip side, though. Oh, right. Crawl to rebuy, sure. Do we have the mana for that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So then, yeah, this is fine. In fact, yeah, let's send these 2. I like it. Timber knows. Timber knows, baby. It is what it is around here. We get deep. We go deep. No zombies, right? Good play, chat. Well, if we'd attacked all, they didn't need to block the Cut Purse, but maybe, I don't know. Woohoo!
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Yeah, maybe so. Not also. Is that how you want that? Not also? Not also. Good game, Timber. Close one, frustratingly. You're supposed to roll over there, not make it so damn hard to win with my stupid 6/6 werewolf bomb. Did I have Elementalist in... Oh, in Tranel's deck, yeah. Am I doing the Arena Open? No, it's constructed, right? I don't play constructed for stakes, generally. When have I ever? I'm trying to think of the biggest stakes I've ever played constructed for. I think I have a constructed result on my old school DCI report card from literally 1995 or 96. I went to an event at Wizards of the Coast headquarters, which back in the day was across the street from where it is now. And I went and I here's my genius plan. I swear to God, I went with 2 decks. I had 2 decks I made. I was really happy with both of them. But my sweet sick tech deck that I was going to take down this tournament with, It was a Reanimator deck, blue-black Reanimator, but I found the secret. I found the secret tech that was going to wreck the tournament, and that was on your turn 1, before I'd even taken a turn yet, I was going to Force of Will your spell and pitch a huge blue creature, and then reanimate that huge blue creature on my first or second turn. Brilliant plan, right? Who's got who can figure out the flaw in my plan? In fact, I haven't ever bought any Force of Wills. So these very Force of Wills right here are probably the two of the Force of Wills that were in the very deck I'm talking about. And yes, Force of Will does not have you discard the card, it has you exile it. So I figured this out right before I had to commit, right before round 1. And this was at a time where there was no deck registration. This was a pretty casual event as far as these things go. And it's like they designed it. It's like they did game design, Prof. Can you believe it? But I did figure out my mistake. I read my cards before actually committing to the deck, and embarrassingly finding out mid-game as an oppo would be like, that's not how that works. Anyway, I played my backup deck, which was just some whitish control deck or something. But there you go. I think that's the only constructed play in my DCI history. Beyond that, I have just play for fun. I even like constructed okay. I just never like really playing it competitively. Yeah, blue-black Reanimator could have been even better. But the designers... Well, let's not give design too much credit for Force of Will now, shall we? I don't want to give the design team too much credit on that one. Although they did prevent it from being absurd with reanimation. All right. Well, there's a little story for you before saying goodbye to our YouTube friends. Thanks, YouTube friends. Hope you enjoyed that gauntlet. I sure did, because I saved my hair and got the week. But it was actually a very interesting draft that I think we navigated pretty darn well. We first picked a green bomb, and I actually got into a place where I thought we weren't going to run it, that we were just going to end up in blue-black. Did anybody end up blue-black? Did we face a pure blue-black deck? Couple of red-blue, a blue-white, a Boros. I'm trying to remember all the different decks we faced today, but blue-black, not super represented. If it was represented, it only had one player. It was almost us, but it wasn't. We pivoted back to the green and then made black-green work. Certainly not the heralded color pair of this format, which gets me back to where I started from today, which is that, hey, good news, everybody. The format has self-corrected a bit. It is not... I'll play any color pair. You're not going to get me into werewolves. I'm not going to be a dedicated werewolf deck anytime soon, but I will be red-green spells. And I will play any color pair if the table lets me know that it's the right lane to be in. And I think we got into a decent lane here today with green-black. Found enough bomby cards to get it done. For 5 wins. 5 wins, good enough for me. Heck, most weeks 1 win good enough for me. Just keep these beautiful locks. Well, they're locks anyway. Bye, gang. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.